Chosen one, listen carefully because this moment is not random and this message is not finding you by coincidence. You did not stumble into these words by chance, and you are not here because the algorithm happened to land you in the right place. You are here because divine timing has summoned you. Heaven has aligned this moment with precision, and the universe itself has shifted to bring this declaration directly into your awareness. There is a reason your spirit felt the pull to stay, to listen, to lean in rather than scroll past. Divine timing has spoken, and what it has declared is that your next move is wealthy. Not just in money, but in meaning. Not just in resources, but in reach. This is the activation point where legacy begins to take form, where elevation stops being a distant hope and becomes an approaching reality, where riches align with purpose rather than replace it. What you are standing in right now is not the end of a struggle, but the beginning of a transition, and transitions are holy ground. Heaven does not rush announcements like this. When divine timing speaks, it does so because preparation has already been completed behind the scenes. That is why this declaration carries weight. It is not emotional hype, it is spiritual confirmation. Legacy is being introduced to your name. Elevation is being assigned to your steps. Purpose is being fused with provision so that what you receive does not corrupt you, but confirms you. This is why you must stay until the very end, because something in these words is calibrated to meet you exactly where you are and shift how you move forward from this moment on. Engagement here is not passive. When you write Amen, you are not agreeing with a person, you are aligning with a frequency. When you leave a comment of gratitude, expectation, or belief, you are signaling readiness. Words are not empty, they are carriers. They activate, they authorize, they invite. So before we go any further, pause your doubts, quiet the inner resistance, and allow yourself to receive. This moment is an intersection. Divine timing has activated your wealthy move, and everything that follows is designed to prepare your spirit to recognize it, steward it, and walk into it without hesitation. There is a divine schedule operating beyond human calendars, a supernatural clock that does not tick according to deadlines, pressure, or comparison. Heaven runs on alignment, not urgency, and what feels late to the human mind is often right on time in the divine order. This is why nothing in your life has been delayed without purpose. Every detour, every pause, every season where it felt like progress stalled was not punishment, it was synchronization. Heaven was aligning people, resources, maturity, and timing so that when your wealthy move arrived, it would not collapse under the weight of unprepared hands. Divine timing cannot be rushed, bribed, or manipulated. No amount of striving can accelerate it, and no amount of opposition can stop it. When the appointed hour arrives, resistance dissolves. What once felt locked begins to open. What once felt heavy begins to move. This is the transition you are now entering, the shift from waiting to movement. Waiting was never inactivity, it was training. It was the phase where your character was strengthened, your discernment sharpened, and your spirit anchored. Heaven was ensuring that when wealth met you, it would find stability rather than insecurity. Now the clock has turned. The season of preparation has given way to the season of execution. Divine timing is not whispering anymore. It is initiating. Alignment has replaced delay. Motion has replaced stillness. You are no longer standing outside the door hoping it opens. You are being invited to step through it. This is what happens when heaven's schedule intersects with human obedience. The waiting taught you patience, but the movement will teach you stewardship. And the same God who held you in the pause is now releasing you into momentum. This is not chaotic acceleration. It is measured, intentional advancement. Everything is aligning not because you forced it, but because the appointed moment has arrived. You have always known, even when you tried to ignore it, that you were different. Not superior, not better, but marked. There has always been an inner awareness guiding you, a quiet knowing that your path would not mirror those around you. While others found comfort in conformity, you felt constrained by it. While others followed predictable routes, something within you resisted the ordinary. That resistance was not rebellion, it was recognition. You were sensing a blueprint that did not originate from human systems. God authored your design before culture tried to label you. That is why you often felt out of place in environments that rewarded sameness. You were not meant to fit into systems, you were meant to transcend them. You hear things others miss. You sense shifts before they become visible. You feel warnings, nudges, and confirmations that do not always make logical sense, but prove accurate over time. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is guidance. It is the internal compass of someone designed to move by alignment rather than approval. The reason conventional paths never fully satisfied you is because your assignment requires flexibility, courage, and vision beyond tradition. You were never called to repeat what already exists. You were called to carry something new. This is why divine timing has been so intentional with your journey. Heaven does not rush those entrusted with influence. Your identity had to be clarified before your resources were multiplied. Now that clarity is emerging, and with it comes permission to fully embrace who you are without apology. You are not late. You are not lost. You are aligned. And alignment is what activates wealth that lasts. Every trial you endured was a positioning, not a penalty. Pain was not sent to destroy you. It was allowed to define you. Silence was not abandonment, it was instruction. Disappointment was not rejection, it was redirection. Each moment that tested your endurance refined your capacity. Wealth is heavy, influence is demanding, responsibility requires depth. Heaven uses adversity to strengthen those who will carry much, because shallow roots cannot support towering growth. What felt like pressure was preparation. What felt like loss was pruning. You were being shaped to hold without being consumed, to lead without being corrupted, to receive without forgetting where you came from. Obedience in hidden seasons unlocked readiness you could not have gained in visible ones. When no one applauded you, you learned consistency. When nothing seemed to move, you learned faith. When answers were delayed, you learned trust. These lessons are now becoming assets. Your endurance has expanded your capacity. Your patience has matured your judgment. Your resilience has stabilized your spirit. That is why your next move will not overwhelm you. You have been trained for it. The same pressure that once felt unbearable now feels familiar, manageable, even purposeful. This is the evidence that readiness has been unlocked. Heaven does not release weight to weak foundations. You have been fortified, and now the positioning is complete. You are no longer chasing wealth, it is responding to you. Alignment has shifted the dynamic. When you were misaligned, effort was exhausting and progress felt forced. Now, things are beginning to move toward you without strain. Doors open with less resistance. Conversations flow with more ease. Opportunities surface unexpectedly. This is not coincidence, it is attraction. Divine timing has repositioned you into a frequency where provision recognizes you. Wealth moves towards stability, clarity, and purpose. It is drawn to those who can steward it wisely. This is why timing matters. Had this arrived earlier, it would have distracted you. Now it will support you. You are standing at the edge of overflow, not because you demanded it, but because you are ready for it. Divine timing is patient, unstoppable, and exact. It does not miss. It does not rush. When it moves completely. What you are sensing now, the anticipation, the subtle excitement, the inner calm, is confirmation. Overflow does not arrive loudly at first. It announces itself internally before it manifests externally. Stay aware. Stay grounded. What is coming is already responding to your alignment. Much of what is happening right now is invisible, but it is not inactive. Beneath the surface, shifts are occurring that you cannot yet measure, but will soon experience. Atmospheres change before circumstances do. Decisions are made in spiritual spaces before contracts are signed in physical ones. God's private decision concerning you is transitioning into public reality. What was confirmed in silence is now being revealed in movement. Restoration is not limited to finances. Identity is being restored. Authority is being reclaimed. Peace is settling where anxiety once ruled. This internal alignment is the clearest sign that manifestation is near. When your spirit feels settled even before evidence appears, it means confirmation has already been given. Trust this phase. You are not waiting for proof. You are preparing for arrival. You are receiving keys, not symbolic ones, but functional authority. Access that was once denied is now being granted. Fear is losing its jurisdiction. Hesitation no longer has legal power over your decisions. You are transitioning from survival to ownership, from permission to authority. Territory that once felt forbidden now recognizes you as legitimate. This is what happens when divine timing validates identity. You are not trespassing. You are arriving. The confidence rising within you is not arrogance. It is alignment. You are learning to move without apology, to claim without guilt, to step forward without shrinking. Authority feels natural now because it matches who you have become. Nothing you suffered was wasted. Heaven keeps records that time cannot erase. Tears were counted. Obedience was documented. Faith was noted. Patience accumulated interest. Divine compensation is never rushed, but it is always complete. What is being released now carries multiplication, not replacement. Overflow is not luck, it is inheritance. You are receiving what was stored, reserved, and protected until you were ready. This is why it feels earned without being forced. The return matches the investment, and heaven's economy never defaults. Acceleration is beginning, but it will not feel chaotic. Divine pace compresses time without creating instability. Years of effort will manifest in moments of movement. Systems are rearranging. People are repositioning. Structures are shifting to accommodate your advancement. This acceleration feels smooth because it is aligned. You are not scrambling. You are flowing. This is the difference between ambition-driven speed and divinely orchestrated momentum. You are moving from overlooked to undeniable. Favor is opening rooms you never applied for. Authority is sensed before you speak. Silent preparation is now producing visible promotion. People may call it sudden, but you know it was built in private. Recognition does not inflate you because you understand the cost. Elevation does not intimidate you because you are prepared. This phase confirms what was cultivated in secrecy. This season brings wealth in every dimension. Financial provision, emotional stability, mental clarity, spiritual peace. This wealth cannot be taxed, stolen, or diminished. Alignment replaces effort. Ease replaces struggle. You are no longer fighting for position. You are occupying it. This is sustainable wealth, anchored in balance rather than excess. Nothing was coincidence. Every loss redirected you. Every closed door protected you. Premature elevation was avoided so that permanent stability could be built. In hindsight, timing reveals wisdom. You see now why things unfolded the way they did. Divine choreography rarely makes sense in the moment, but it always proves accurate in reflection. Wealth is being entrusted to you because of character. Influence is increasing because capacity has expanded. You are becoming the door, not waiting for one. Rising without compromise is possible because your foundation is secure. You are prepared to steward what you receive, not squander it. Preparation is ending. Presentation is beginning. Heaven is unveiling what was hidden. Exposure aligns with purpose. Identity becomes visible through manifestation. You are being seen without forcing visibility. This is revelation, not promotion. This move extends beyond you. Family, community, and future generations will feel its effects. Obedience builds monuments. Faith rewrites narratives. Testimony replaces struggle. Your story will now be told differently, rooted in fulfillment rather than survival. Divine timing has spoken, and it cannot be reversed. Wealth feels familiar because it belongs to you. Alignment is complete. Destiny is active. Identity is clear. Your next move is wealthy, protected, promised, and right on time.